Cappadocius has two childer that are considered to be paragons of death. Japheth, our ancestor, has remained loyal through all of his existence, but Lazarus, the elder child, oftentimes doubts the path to power that Cappadocius seeks through death. There is one story, though, about Lazarus that must be told to understand our tale of our young Giovanni. That is the story of the Lamea, founder of the Lamea bloodline. The founder of the Gorgons, as they are sometimes called, was a priestess of Lilith. Some would even say a direct blood descendant of hers. Lilins are those who worship Adam's first wife, she who empowered Cain with many of his blood powers, and mother of monsters. Lazarus came upon the Lamea during the midst of her rituals, and he was impressed by both her beauty and by her devotion to her goddess. Because of this, he chose to embrace her. When she woke into her new life, she was horrified by what he had done. No, horrified isn't the right word. Disturbed. And so, she chose to whisper some secret word into the heart of the Methuselah, driving him away from her in fear. Since that time, she has remained loyal to Cappadocius, if not her sire Lazarus, and trained most of her children as warriors, women warriors, who fight as bodyguards in defense of the greatest of Cappadocian's childer. Though the Gorgons are rare, many prominent, and some less so, Cappadocians have one in their entourage as a guard. But who they pick to guard is always the decision of their Dark Mother, and some would say through her, the decision of the Dark Mother of us all. Hello and welcome, Cainites, kindred, and other children of the night. We are here once again with Lucretia, Giovanni of Turin. Oh, we got such problems, such difficult problems to overcome. They wanted to attack this guy, but I strongly feel like it will be a waste of my time because I think he'll probably have better stuff than me. Mostly it'll be warriors he has that I don't have. Let's look over here. This guy is so bad. Literally anyone on Earth would be better than him. We're gonna create an accolade for our lovely new best friend, Albina. We are going to make it, let's see what she has. Stalwart is good. A stalwart politiker, maybe? Alternatively, we could do a scoundrel. Yeah, let's do a stalwart scoundrel. Let's create that accolade. Great. We're going to drink from her. Getting some sanguine. Immediately begin hunting someone else. Actually, maybe we should summon someone first? The mortals first? Now we could do clergy. And I guess we'll hunt from the genius. Our biggest problem is that we need a source of knights. We really, really, really need to find ourselves some gray, some melancholy, because that is our most important feeding type. We are not having the easiest time finding it. Let's try one of the new blood. Go down here and try one of the new people. I guess we could drink from this guy, this monk. Yeah, let's drink from this monk. Or should I say hertify him? Hopefully that works out for us. So we have Legacy of the Harbinger now. The map. These are not going particularly well. Oh, this completely awful lady belongs in my dungeons for sure. Yes. Question is, what are we going to do with her? We could experiment on her. Let's do it. Let's experiment on her. Get some learning lifestyle experience, relax a little bit down in the dungeons, you know. It's nice, really. So this is Antony of Padua. One of your agents reports that someone claiming to be Antony of Padua, the famous holy man, has been seen in a nearby town. It is unlikely at best, since you are pretty sure the real Antony died last year and was canonized by Rome. The real Franciscan monk was a living saint, with an aura capable of burning your kind from miles away. Still, perhaps this is worth investigating. He could be one of his companions still alive, or a man learned enough to warrant considering as a potential child. So he's learned and diplomatic. He's a terrible warrior. He's not actually that useful to us. Like, I mean, I'm not sure what I would do with him. My current steward is also a 10 and a genius, and I'm probably going to make him a ghoul. You know? So probably if I'm going to make him a ghoul before he gets too old. So let's think about this. Ghoulify him. 47%. Of course, we're paranoid. Well, you know, what can you do? What can you do? We canceled our Hurtify by doing that. Forgot about that. We literally just drank from him. Let's keep hunting. We'll hunt from the guy we were originally Hurtifying. We do not have the prestige to make this ghoul. Ugh. Our guys are just messing every single thing up. It's actually quite awful. We did remove that, and he was good enough for that. Ugh. Come on, guys. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill my champion, Manuel. I mean, he's awful, so I'm not sure that I care. It's the honest answer to that question. I am not certain that it matters. A story about. The fire roars, drinks have been had, and Albina is calling out to me for a story. My first thought is of a famous Cisalpine folktale, a classic that never fails to delight. On the other hand, what if I told a story of my own life? Perhaps that time I became friends with Duke Ambrosino Giovanni of Dalmatia. Ooh, my sire's tale. We'll do that. That seems good. Alright. We can now actually afford this. Now looking at him, now that he is a ghoul, he's really gained nothing of use. He didn't even gain a single discipline. Should I ghoul his wife? I mean, yes. I do need to be thinking towards the future so that I can actually maybe get some stuff working for us. A new hobby. My best friend Albina approaches me with a big smile on her face. My dearest friend, we finally see each other. I feel like we never spend any quality time together. You're my bodyguard. You're literally there all the time. You know, we could actually formalize that. No, not right now. Not when I'm barely making any money. What about a visit to the local market? Seeing other people busy while you are leisurely strolling is quite cathartic, and you might find something pleasant to buy. Of course, I'll give it a try for you. Small health boost. No, let's do it. I think it's a good idea. Scheme at court. Let the traitor be known to all. So, this is what we've discovered. She is being naughty. She is being naughty to her. Wait, no, this is my spy master. Ah, it's you. Why are you doing this? I'm not gonna tell anybody. You want to kill that mortal? You go ahead. I'll just replace his wife with someone better. I'm gonna pardon her, obviously. Now, what else do we want to do here? The Book of Nod. You can assemble parts of the Book of the Nod or read the text. A collection of ancient texts viewed as fragments. We have to have at least one. Oh, we have Zilla's Tale. Very interesting. Is this like a regular book, or is this the kind of book you have to put into a court? I think it's a court book. Alright, that's fine. We should consider the Book of Nod, I think. I surely think so. A collection of ancient texts viewed as sacred to Nodist Cainites, it consists of multiple rescissions and fragments that have been reassembled by various kindred scholars. Traditionally, the primary transmission of Cain's story is oral, while the texts with the most important events in Cainite history are heavily guarded and protected, to protect the Cainites. It must be mentioned that one's own personal beliefs aside, the texts and notes have been passed down through the ages and should be treated with great caution. There are numerous open questions concerning the history of the Book of Nod. Its author is unknown, though Malkab, Salat, and even Cain are often cited as having written parts of it, if not the whole thing. However, it may have had many authors and editors over the thousands of years since the time of the events which it describes, placing great doubts on its veracity. Some consider the entire book to be a myth or lies, a story vampires invented to explain their existence, or a tool used to mislead others into thinking and acting a certain way. Adding to these doubts is the fact that many writings attributed to the Book of Nod are incredibly vague or contradictory, sometimes appearing to be outright misdirection, which creates some large and often violent schisms of interpretation between Nodist groups. The oldest piece of the book is dated to just before the time of Sumer, around 4500 BC. The Chronicle of Cain, Chronicle of Shadows, the Chronicle of Secrets, Chronicle of Shadows, Table of Contents, the Chronicle of Secrets. Here we go. The Chronicle of Cain. Cain relates his motives that led to his curse, giving his view of the events that surrounded the days after the fall of man and his history of being the Dark Father. Let's look at Lilith's magic. Okay. So we can only do the one we have. It's Zilla's tale that we have. Let me tell the tale of Zilla, first loved of Cain, first wife of Cain, sweetest blood, the softest skin, the clearest eyes. None of Cain's childer did Cain... Alone of Cain's childer did Cain desire her, and she was not mindful of his desire, turning away from him. Not gifts, nor sacrifices, nor perfumes, not doves, not beautiful dancers, not singers, not oxen, not sculptures, not beautiful clothes. Nothing would turn Zilla's heart from stone to sweet fruit. Let's continue. So Cain pulled at his beard and tore at his hair and took to roaming the wilderness at night, thinking of her, burning for her. One night Cain came upon an old crone singing to the moon. Cain said to the crone, "Why do you sing so?" And the crone replied, "Because I yearn for what I cannot have." Cain said to the crone, "Yeah, I yearn also. What can one do?" The crone smiled and said, "Drink of my blood this night, Cain, father of kindred, and return tomorrow night. Then I will tell you the wisdom of the moon." Cain drank the crone's bare neck and departed. The next night Cain found the crone sleeping on a rock. "Wake up, crone," Cain said, "I have returned." The crone opened one eye and said, "I dream of the solution for you this night. Drink once more of me and return tomorrow. Bring a bowl of clay, bring a sharp knife. I will have an answer then." Once again, Cain took the blood from the crone, who immediately fell back into a deep slumber. When Cain returned the next night, the crone looked at him and smiled. "Greetings, Lord of the Beasts," said the crone. I have the wisdom you seek. Take some of my blood into the bowl you have, and mix these berries and herbs. Drink deep of the elixir. You will be irresistible, you will be potent, you will be masterful, you will be ardent, you will be glowing. The heart of Zilla will melt like the snows in spring. So Cain drank from the crone's elixir because he was so in love with Zilla, and he so desired her love in return. And the crone laughed aloud. She had tricked him, she had trapped him. Cain was angry beyond compare. Cain reached out with his powers to rend this crone apart with his strength. The crone cackled and said, "Do not." and Cain couldn't do nothing against her. The crone chuckled and said, "Love me," and Cain could do nothing but stare into her ancient eyes and desire her leathery skin. Crone laughed and said, "Make me immortal," and Cain embraced her. She cackled again and laughed with the ecstasy of the embrace, for it did not pain her. "I made you powerful, Cain of Enoch, Cain of Nod, but you will forever be bound to me. I made you master of all, but you will never forget me. Your blood, potent as it is now, will bond those who drink it, as you did once a night for 3 nights. You will be the master." And so heavy-hearted, Cain returned to Enoch, and each night for 3 nights, Zilla drank from her sire, though she did not know it. And on the 3rd night, Cain announced he would marry Zilla, his sweetest child, and she agreed. Oh, wow. Well, so we got some faith out of reading that book. That was some pretty hardcore book reading right there. Oh, the Book of Nod. Such a thing. It's kind of inspired me, though. I think we may have to consider going on a pilgrimage. If not this moment, or we likely cannot pay for it, then soon in the future, there is a place right near us. Here, where we can go. Oh, the dangers of the world. All the dangers of the world. We need a caravan master. No one is good at it. We have no one who's good at it. We don't even have anybody who's like... I guess she's okay. So we'll appoint her. She kind of made it okay. So now we want to make it so that we're doing the minimum so that we can actually afford it. Yep. Now, this is a bit of a problem, but we should be able to fix that with a quick customized route. So we will go from here. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Why would you do that? That don't make no sense. I guess we gotta click them all then. They're doing that thing. We gotta click them all. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we'll do it. And then on the way home, we gotta customize our route home where we go. Oh, actually, I suppose we should grab this spot as we pass it and this spot on the way in. So let's go here and make sure we get down to here. This is pretty dangerous. I don't know if I want to bother going through all that danger for that. That might be for the future. So on the way back, we want to land here, and then we go up. Once we get to here, we stop there. And we go to here. And finally from here, we go to there, and we have a safe route. The route cannot be safe fully because we have to go on the water. And we're not going to hire any boats, so let's just accept that this is the best we can do and start our first pilgrimage. Pilgrimage of the Bones. All the while preparing for my journey, I have had this sense of serenity for knowing that everything will be alright. I am pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to Venenzia in order to get closer to death. And now, more than ever, I feel certain that he will watch over me on my travels. Pilgrimage, love thy neighbor. Among my fellow pilgrims, there is a man who preaches compassion and fellowship until he reaches the topic of heathens. I have no use at all for heathens, to be perfectly honest. At all. Wolf struggle. Okay. This woman deserves my help. I should do this myself because that is how I am. Let's get in there. And I am wounded. And he died. Danger. Mortal wars. The clueless mortals are waging a war in this region for one petty reason or another. Not that you care. But the devastation brought on by the conflicting armies and the risk of stumbling upon one of them is a concern to your traveling plan. An option would be to simply make a rather lengthy detour, hopefully avoiding any contact with the clashing mortals. You could also hire more local guards than originally planned, since they would be best suited to find a safe alternative route. Well, I mean, we are particularly famous for doing dangerous things of great risk to ourselves for little reason, so I'm going to join this war. Blood. We shall drink. And this woman will become my ghoul, so hopefully she will make babies, ghoul babies, with her husband to start to solidify our future. Yes. Yes. I am actually quite tempted to throw this guy out because I would like to give them this title. Interesting. He is of my faith. Okay. So I could take piety from him, or he could take piety from me. Let's do it. All right. We have recently debated the great debate. My opponent and I meet in a large hall in Sherry, standing on wonky tables barely a few feet apart, surrounded by a throng of eager onlookers. A muted hush falls over the crowd, all waiting for the debate to begin. Over the course of an hour, I demolish Baron Carlo, attacking his piety, his sense of virtue, and even calling into question his faith to death. The crowd is vicious, pelting Baron Carlo with rotten eggs and moldy cabbages until he flees the hall. Am I not beloved of death? I am beloved of death. This is known. Travel, a duel demanded. This guy actually any good? Ah, he's better than most of what I got. Let's do it. Let's see if we can win. And we got him to join us. He is now part of the crew. Welcome. Pilgrimage of Rude's story. Passing by the campfire, a pilgrim from another entourage is telling a story he once heard about a countess from a faraway place called Turin. To raucous laughter. Guards? Guards? Fetch my whip. Stop for a second. We should probably heal. Chance of the Masquerade going up is small, but we definitely will lose blood. We should probably try to hunt from somebody who's in our group. Let me see. View travel. In entourage. So let's see. Who's the new guy? We'll hunt from the new guy. We're gonna hunt from you, sir. I know you did not know what you were getting into, but it's gonna be a fun time. Journeying through Verona, I pass by a peculiar... Ooh. It is a wise man. And become experience the world with me. How good is he at anything? He is terrible at life. But I could drink him, and he is a witch. Let's bring him along. Life or death, stranded. Traveling the plains in the outskirts of Verona, we are suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit riders, out for blood. We are so close to the holding of Count Gratiano de Veronis. Will he send help? Oof, so I can give up the guy we literally just got. The guy we literally just got. I could give him up. He's actually a good commander compared to what we have. Or we could 70% chance we gain unyielding defender, 3% chance we are wounded, 20% chance we die. Do we die? We do not die! Haha! We have been rewarded for our bold and mad strikes at death. Once again, death proves to be on our side. Is that going to be the eternal way of poor Lucretia? I do not know. I do not know. But it is the way for now. I think I want it. I want it. Am I willing to go into debt for it? Yes, I am. I want the sword. Danger, this is fine. So this lady is sick. I could try to cure her myself. I think I'm going to try to cure her myself because I think that's the best shot she has. Her condition got worse. Oh, yay, I gave her pneumonia. That's actually literally something I don't care about. I hope she doesn't die. We could look at the beautiful arcs, or we could pray. We are going to pray to Death. Death, give us your messages. Tell us what you want of us. As I enter the sacred grounds, I find Bonifazio. Okay, Bonifazio wants to stay here. Does he matter? That's an interesting question. Does Bonifazio matter? Not a ghoul, he's just a wanderer. Do what you have to do. Gain more learning experience. And we have been successful in our first pilgrimage. It's not as great a pilgrimage as it could have been, but you know, we have done it. We have gone and we have spoken of and to death. We've learned a great deal. We now have this Cisalpine sword here. We made a little bit of money because our steward helped us out, which is great. Okay, there's no... If I take the helm myself, there's no chance I die. 42% chance many people die. If I trust my captain... Laura gets wounded. This is the best chance of success. But here is the only option where we are challenging death. So as always, we shall challenge death. And we have once again challenged death and triumphed. It's wonderful to challenge death and triumph. And because of that, we have gained our second learning lifestyle perk. We are now worldly, heading straight down for scholarly circles. We are becoming quite the priestess, we are. If this... He wants to propose an alliance with me. This could be the move that makes it so that we can actually declare those two other wars. And I will be able to vassalize him if I take the duchy. So, I think that's truth. This is a good relationship. We're going to take that right there. That'll be great. Let's just look how we're doing. So we've gained Pilgrim. And we will be going on many more pilgrimages to seek out death. Once we are home, we will try to herdify someone. Actually, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, which is we're going to hunt. I think I only have one slot left because I should only have 4. Let's find out. No, I can take one more. So let's do one more, and then once we take the next one, we'll just hunt until we find someone who's actually good. So let's see. You. We'll herdify you. Okay. A little bit longer and we'll be out of debt. Which is really what we're looking for. Down here, he's, if anything, gotten weaker. He's 5 champions. Over here, this guy also has 5 champions. Oh, we gotta make some money. What is this? The Book of Nod. We will consider the Book of Nod. The only part, of course, we have is Zilla's Tale. We will not, of course, read it again, but we will can read all the way through it. There we are. Gained a little stress, but we also gained some piety. Secrets of Nature. I have received an offer from Cosimo, a commoner from Turin. If the letter is to be believed, he's an experienced herbalist, so he's an herbalist. So my priest doesn't like it. Now that doesn't make a lot of sense because she's a priest of death and herbs and other things are used in our magics, but that's fine. I'm just going to interpret this as a personal dislike for this kind of stuff. For charms and potions. But I am not going to bow to her will on this. No, I'm going to become an herbalist because I think that's a good idea. So we've hunted from this guy. He's sanguine. Go back up to only being hungry. Now let's go into here again and just continue to find people to hunt from. Let's see. That's a vampire. Let's hunt from her. So our piety is quite high right now, but I don't think there's much we can do with it. You'd use it to declare wars, but it's not really the time for that, I don't think. No, but we'll reserve it. We'll reserve it. At least for now. We definitely need to find some people with sanguine. Because we gotta keep bringing new people in. So this guy is sanguine. It's not sanguine we want, it's melancholy. I think we're gonna bring in more clergy. Let's see, find mortals, clergy. It's what we can most readily spend. Is there anything we can do here? Like, is there any blood sorcery spells we'd like to learn? I don't think I can learn anything because I've not learned any powers yet. Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's true. Alright, anything else? Anything else we can do here? No. Not yet, because we are so very young! New blood, you can just join the team. So we've gone on a pilgrimage, we've tested ourselves against death many times, and now, what is she? Choleric, that's fine. Let's just go in here. Let's drink from this lady, and I think I want to go to war with him. Let's see, does anyone come to his aid? No one will come to his aid. Let's do this. Let's do this war. It should be fast. We're going to slow it down just for the start. We're going to move ourselves down to here. We're going to go over here, and we're going to grab our ally. We don't need to do it that way. The best way to do that is through here. Call my ally in. Raise all of my military here. Send myself up. Get this done. Joined our forces. Now, he's probably just going to go straight in and attack, which means I'm just going to do that too, because he's going to think he's stronger than this army, but because of its yellow star, he certainly isn't. We don't need to read the Book of Nod again. I will probably skip the Book of Nod for a bit, or maybe I'll do it off camera just to get the free piety and a tiny bit of stress. So we're heading in here. So we are fighting. We're winning before our ally joins, but our ally is going to give us the troops we need to make this decisive. That's pretty good. We got him. All right. That was a great boon. Our ally joining us, that guy asking for an alliance from us. We're going to stay on here to siege this, but turn it back up to fast. Claire of Assisi, another one of these special people, but she's also learning-based. We don't need other learning-based characters. I actually feel pretty good about who I've got right now. I mean, I could use a better priest, but I'm not sure I want to go to the effort of, like, changing her, her actual faith, you know? Because that's what it will take. Let's just get this war done. Oh, why did you do that? You were better off if you had finished the siege, my friend. So, made us... well, that guy's next. Familial bickering. You are monitoring various potential mortal Giovanni that could fit your request, but sadly have to participate in familial matters more than usual. It is not the most enticing part of the Giovanni life, as petty concerns over what some great uncle did to to some other great cousin truly never die here. It is, quite frankly, a bore, but you have to at least try to stay interested if you want the family to stay on your good side, and not sabotage your future prospect. That has been known to happen to those that too often miss the family reunions. I'll do it. I'll go. Okay. Let's siege this out. So you are melancholy. Thank you. You get herdified. And then we drink from you. That's going to be the last member of my herd. And let us enforce our demands. Done. Our first war of expansion has been completed. All because this guy, this ghoul here, rightfully decided that he would try to join us. So we hold both of these. I'm going to immediately give this away. You don't get many of these. Oh no, we don't hold this. This is held by this lady. Okay, she's awesome. She's absolutely terrible. She is so terrible. I don't even know what to say. She's so awful. I guess we could try to imprison her just to get rid of her because she's so awful, and then put my ghoul in her place. Yeah, it's tyranny, but there's not much I can do about it. I gotta get rid of her. I can't have her here. Not if she's that bad. Like, the other guy is bad enough, but I can't be wasting this barony on someone so terrible. So let's see this guy. This guy's actually a good warrior, so we will... should we demand his conversion and ask him to recruit him, or should we just recruit him and let him keep his religion? I think it's better if we demand his conversion, so we'll demand his conversion. Join us in the worship of death, sir. She's escaped. So let's look at this now. We want to grant this to our steward, which should increase the chance that he and his wife have children, which is perfect for me. Saluzio would be a great name for my personal ghoul family. I actually think that's pretty awesome. I lost my spy master. Do I have another one? No, but we could probably marry a spy master in, I think. Not sure if we'll be able to, but we'll do that between episodes because I think we've been here long enough for this one. Thank you for watching and joining us with Lucretia of Clan Cappadocian of Bloodline Giovanni, Countess of Turin, as she challenges death with every single move she makes. Goodbye for now.